Join me as we dive into the story of Rita, the molested girl. Please, if you have an emotional problem, don't watch. In the bustling city of Jos, there lived a very pretty girl called Rita. Rita was pretty and beautiful with her fair skin complexion and her fine long braid hair. She was popular in the neighborhood and in school because of her beauty and intelligence. She was the only child of her parents, Mrs. and Mr. Abbott. Rita's dad was a white man from America. Few months ago, Mr. Abbott went to the United States for his business trip, leaving his wife at home with Rita. Few months after Mr. Abbott traveled, Rita's mother, Amaka, invited her younger brother named Shidi to live with her since he had finished his secondary school, and also for Rita not to be alone when she goes to work. So Shidi traveled to the city to meet Rita and her mom. When he came, he was welcomed warmly and shown his room. Shidi was amazed by how big and beautiful his room was, and was also wondering how rich his sister and her husband must be. Later in the evening during dinner, Amaka introduced Rita to him as his niece. "Here is my Rita, my one and only pretty sunshine," Amaka said. "Nice to meet you, Uncle," Rita said in an adorable and sweet accent. Shidi was surprised about how big and pretty Rita has grown because he saw her last when she was 4 years old. "Nice to meet you too," Shidi said. The next day, Amaka told Shidi and Rita that she was going to Lagos for 3 days because of her sister's wedding. So Amaka said bye to Rita and drove out of the compound. Later in the evening, after dinner, when Rita was about to sleep, she felt someone sneaking into her room. Then she saw it was Shidi. Shidi sat in bed and said, "How are you doing, pretty angel?" he said, patting Rita's hair and touching her the way that make her feel uncomfortable. Then Rita said, "I'm fine, but Uncle, you are supposed to be in your room." "When in my room?" she said quietly with a sweet accent. "I came to check on you, my darling," Shidi said. You know you are a big girl now. What I am about to do with you will make you a very big girl." "But Uncle, what is that?" Rita said. Then Rita remembered what her uncle was about to do with her was a big crime. So she tried to push him away, but instead he drew closer. Rita tried to shout but couldn't. Rita was weak and helpless, so Shidi made his way to her. After the assault, Shidi then told Rita, "Don't ever let anyone know about this or you will be dead and go to hellfire." "Uncle, you are just a wicked person," Rita cried bitterly. "I'm going to tell my mom and dad," she said. "Remember what I told you, Rita." "Good night, sweetie," Shidi said, leaving Rita in pain and sorrow. Rita couldn't sleep. She cried till daybreak. She wished her mom was home. She wished Auntie Shidera was still around. In the morning, when Auntie Shidera came to clean the house, she went to Rita's room to also clean it when she saw bloodstains on the bedsheet. "Rita!" she called and then asked her, "Have you started seeing your period?" she asked Rita. Rita wanted to speak up, but she remembered what she told her. She said, "Yes, Auntie, I saw it this morning." Then Auntie Shidera teased her. "You're not a big girl now, my darling," making Rita to smile sadly. So Auntie Shidera gave Rita some pads and told her how to use it. That night was a hell for Rita. In fact, The 3 days was trauma for Rita. When Amaka came back, she noticed Rita's bright face was now bitter and sad. Then she asked Rita, "What is wrong with you?" Then Rita said, "Mom, I missed you." Then Amaka then told her, "Don't worry, I'm here now, Rita." Few weeks later, one night Amaka was hungry and she decided to eat some snacks. When she was passing by Rita's room, she noticed an unusual noise. Rita must be sleeping. So why this noise? She opened Rita's room. What she saw shocked her to her bones. The next day, Shidi was arrested and taken to the court in the charges of sexual assault and child abuse. Amaka apologized to Rita and promised to be by her now. A few days later, a new young gate man in his 20s was transferred to the school. Rita was sad because she was going to miss the old gate man, Papa Max. He was always kind and caring to Rita. Anytime when Rita waited in his place, when school has closed, he would prepare her snacks and tell her stories. That day, she has to wait for her mom at the gate man post. She introduced herself to the new gate man, Uncle Ima. So, the next few days, Rita began to notice that Ima was always trying to flirt with her. One day while Rita was waiting for her mom arrival, it began raining heavily that she has to go inside the gate man house. It was 8 p.m. and the rain was still raining heavily, so Rita assumed she is going to spend her night there. Rita was watching the rain and slowly fell asleep. That night, Okoima waked her up and then said, "The rain is going down." "The rain isn't going down. Hope you aren't feeling cold." "Uncle, no, I'm fine." "You will be fine, my dear," he said, touching Rita uncomfortably. "Uncle Ima, stop. This is scary," Rita said. But instead, Uncle Ima did not listen to Rita. He forced her and had it with her forcefully. During the early of the morning, Amaka rushed down the school in order to take Rita home. "Darling, I am sorry. Please quickly come in the car," Amaka said. Amaka early took Rita home from school. It was either during the late in the night or the next day. Meanwhile, Rita was being molested by the gate man. Her grades began to drop in school. Her class teacher began noticing her behavior, then asked her what was it. Rita opened up to the teacher, and the teacher decided to meet with Amaka, Rita's mom, but couldn't because Auntie Shidera was the one who took Rita to school, and Amaka came late to take Rita home. So Rita's teacher gave Rita a small camera and told her to put it in a spot in where Uncle Ima would not see it in his room. Rita did it and it worked. The next day, she invited her mother to come with her to the school. At the school, Rita's teacher showed the video to Amaka. Amaka was hungry, so she ordered the arrest of the gate man. That evening, Amaka prepared Rita's best food, fried rice and chicken. Then Amaka went to Rita and knelt down, saying, "Please, my daughter, find a place in your heart to forgive me. I have been careless and materialistic about you. Please forgive me," she said, crying. Rita started crying and then told her mom to stand up that she has forgiven her and she didn't do anything wrong. After that day, Amaka resigned from her work and opened a big supermarket, and then was always watchful and caring for Rita every second. They then live happily after. Please let me know you enjoy this story, like this video, and subscribe to this channel for more interesting story like this. Thanks. Peace out.